9. That's how many unvaccinated people we had this week. How about you? Put it in the comments. As I entered into the small fossil fuel town in Ohio, the fog from the factory and the refinery was not the only fog covering the town. They're living in a fog of propaganda. As soon as I got off the highway, I see these signs: no solar, no wind. Not only are they tricked into being an embarrassment to America fighting against solar and wind, they're also tricked into offering themselves as human sacrifices to the Trump cult. Some of you know my story. My uncle was already paralyzed by the radical right terrorists and people like Fox News and Tucker Carlson, tricked into being human sacrifices for the Trump cult, committing suicide and homicide. And sadly, we even have children in that group of 9 people that's unvaccinated. And my mother's in a real fragile state with poor health, and they came into our house unvaccinated with no mask to try to commit homicide while pretending to be Christians. And they even used a familiar phrase, my body, my choice, but they weren't talking about abortion. They're talking about committing homicide by using their bodies as vehicles for the radical right terrorist to spread the virus. So I won't be surprised if coronavirus is done with my family, and sadly they're cheated out of the kingdom of heaven too. We know that suicide is a high crime in the Bible, and they're tricked into committing the number one sin, worshiping other false idols and gods. They're tricked into worshiping the Republican Party, money, and anything but Jesus in the Bible. And I guess most people are fine with this. They're like, well, I guess you killed my family. Well, let's just forget it. If you had a person who passed away from coronavirus in your family and that's not your take on it, you want revenge, then you gotta vote for me to be president in 2024. I'm running under the political party, the Union Army. When I get into office, we won't even need to call witnesses to the stand to prove that these fake newsers killed tens of thousands of innocent Americans. All we need is common sense and basic statistics to show beyond a shadow of doubt that they are terrorists. We've been living in the stupidest country in the world where we just invite terrorists into our government. That's going to change in 2024. Once some of those fake newsers are declared terrorists, they'll be shot down where they stand by the U.S. military. Lesser offenders will go to court and we'll make sure to try them where there's capital punishment. If you lost a family member, we'll be doing a charity fundraiser. Make sure to buy a rock and you can throw it at them when